Hello and welcome to Math 1314 Online. This is a 14-week course. And so I'm Professor Algio, and I just want to welcome you and kind of show you around and so you can see what to expect throughout the semester. So hopefully you're familiar with D2L. So you want to go to the main web page and click Class Login, and that will take you here to log into D2L. And once you get here, you'll have your tiles for your different courses that you're taking here. Here you'll have your mailbox, so sometimes I might send messages. You can see I have a message here right now. And so our course tiles, this one right here, the 1314 right here, 1509, 14A right there. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And this is where right here I also have basically, hello, welcome to this course. Click on content. That's where you're going to find everything you need to know. And so this first one over here on table of contents is going to be the syllabus and calendar. We'll go over that in just a minute. Then homework right here, this is also posted in the syllabus, but this gives you a link to the website and the enrollment ID and key. And this is actually going to be a free software. So if you purchased anything for this course, you can go ahead and return that because um, the platform we're going to be using is going to be free. Here we have an orientation quiz. We'll talk a little bit about this later, but it's basically going to be over the syllabus and calendar. So you want to have those two things handy when you take it. Then we have exams and we have work submissions. And so we'll talk about all that as we go through the syllabus. So let me go ahead and pull up my syllabus now. So let's see, syllabus, here we are. And so here we go. So office hours, I'm in my office from 9:30 to 11. So if you want to call or send me an email or if you would like to WebEx. Those are not the only times I'm available. There's many other times you just have to make a request. Typically when students contact me if they need help, the best way to do that is to send me an email with a screenshot or just be sure to include what homework you're working on and what question you need help with, and I'll be more than happy to send you a video explanation. So here we are. So as I was telling you for the, oh, by the way, this is online. I'll have to fix that. So we're online, obviously, for this course. So for the textbook, as I told you, we're going to use a platform called MyOpenMath to complete your homework, and we'll actually take exams in that also. And best of all, it's going to be free. So once again, here's the website, and then there's the course ID and the enrollment key. So it's here, and it's also listed in D2L. Calculators. A scientific calculator would be ideal. Graphing calculators are not necessary, but they are allowed. So if you have a graphing calculator, that's okay. You can use that. But really, a scientific is all you're going to need for this course. Okay, as far as the purpose, for the most part, people, it's just part of their core that they have to complete for their degree plan. Major outcomes, I'm not going to read through all these, but if you have any questions about them, you can let me know. The course calendar, that's listed in detail also, and we'll take a moment to look over that in just a second. So just a couple things to kind of think about. So when you're emailing me, once again, just kind of make sure you tell me who you are and what class you're in because I'm teaching 4 different classes. And so just to make sure I know who I'm talking to and from what course so I can expedite my response and get it to you as soon as possible. Let's see, the for evaluation, so the way this is going to work here is our homework's going to be 20%. Each section covered in class, well, this will be videos, we'll have a homework set in MyOpenMath, which we're going to look at in a moment. Due dates are posted in MyOpenMath. They're also going to be posted on the calendar. And so students will have 6 late passes to complete any overdue assignments. So if you have an overdue assignment, instead of contacting me asking for an extension, you get 6 late passes, okay? Once those are up, they're over. All right, let's see. Regular exams. Okay, it's going to be done in the same platform, but there's going to be a different protocol for how to access it. So exams will be proctored using a program called Respondus Lockdown Browser and Monitor. Okay. There will be 3 regular exams given throughout the semester. Each exam can only be taken once. Students will be given 2.5 hours. That should be plenty of time to complete each exam. Exams will be taken on the same platform as the homework, but this is the key thing, but must be accessed through D2L. And the reason behind that is so that we can activate the Respondus Lockdown Browser and the Respondus Monitor. So we have to go through D2L in order to use those tools for proctoring. So the way you'll access that is when you go to course activities, you can click on quizzes, or let me go back here, or I do have it posted here. I have the first exam posted here. And so when you click on this, what will happen is it will kind of take you through a protocol of the lockdown browser, and you'll get a chance to review that with the orientation quiz. The orientation quiz, you're going to have to set up all your Respondus monitor and lockdown browser and all that kind of stuff so that you'll be ready to go for the first exam. So if there's any hiccups, we can figure that out sooner than later. And so this this quiz, let me go ahead and open it for you so you can see what it's going to look like. So you're going to have to download and install the latest version of the lockdown browser, and then you may have to download the Respondus monitor also. I'm not really sure, but once you have that, you're going to launch it, and then that will allow you to kind of start your exam. So let me see if I can walk you through that. Oh, okay. I'm not gonna be able, well, we'll see. I don't think I'll be able to do it because I'm recording. I forgot about that. The software won't allow me to do that. So let me give this a second. Okay, so I won't be able to run that and record at the same time, but I just want to show you the way it's going to work. I kind of had to embed this kind of tricky, but what I did was I kind of made up a dummy question right here, just a true false question, and what you're going to do is use the link to access your exam right here. So what you'll do is when you're in the Respondus lockdown browser and monitor, you'll have gone through all those checks before you start the exam. You'll click here, and this will take you directly to the exam that's going to be in the My Open Math, which I will go over with you in a moment. I'll show you that platform. And then when it'll open up a new window for you, and once you complete the exam, you'll come back here, just select true. Even if you select false, it's not really a big deal. It's not actually a grade, and you'll go ahead and hit save. And so the exam, we're just using D2L so that we can enable those proctoring tools. So I'm going to go ahead and quit out of here, and you'll get to see all that when you take your orientation quiz. So you'll get to walk through all the steps of how the online proctoring works. Okay, so back at my syllabus here. So that's how you're going to do that. You're going to have to retrieve your exam going through these steps in D2L, not that big of a deal. Now, you are going to be required to use a webcam, no exceptions. So if you don't have a webcam, they're about $10 on Amazon, or you can go to Walmart and get one for about $10. Also, I have a link further down in my syllabus. You can actually check out a computer that will have a webcam if you really need to from the campus. You'd have to come on campus to check one out. So you may use a scientific or graphing calculator on the exams. Students are permitted to use one standard sheet of paper with notes and examples on each exam. So I'm allowing you basically to have a cheat sheet. You can have one piece of paper, and this will be part of when you log in to take the exam. Part of that will be kind of showing your desk area, and all you should have on it is going to be a calculator, something to write with, some loose leaf paper, and then your cheat sheet for each exam. But you must refrain from using any other resources. If you are caught cheating, you will automatically receive a 0 on the assignment and may be dropped or given an F in the course. Now, as far as makeup exams, I do not allow makeup exams. However, I will replace your lowest regular exam grade with your final exam score if it is higher. So whatever your lowest regular exam score grade is, I will replace it with how you perform on the final exam if you happen to miss an exam. Shouldn't happen. You typically are given about a 5 or 6 day window to take exams, so you should have plenty of time. Just don't wait till the last day because things happen. So, all right. So grading and earning partial credit on exams. To earn partial credit, a student must submit their handwritten work within 1 hour of completing the exam. Partial credit means getting some points back on problems that you missed on an exam. If the exam marks your question wrong, then I will go back and look at your work and give partial credit if possible. Getting points back is not guaranteed. So this is not mandatory, but if you want the potential to earn partial credit, you have to submit your work. And so that's going to be done through D2L. And so you'll want to click on content and then work submissions, and then just be sure to follow the guidelines that are listed there in D2L. So I will go ahead and go back there and show you that. So content, and then down here it's going to be work submissions, and I've got all 4 of them here. So that's the first one, second one, and so on. But this is very detailed, just explaining that if you are going to turn this in, I really would like it nice and neat and orderly, in numerical order. Okay, so just make sure you read through this. I know it's a little tedious, but it's going to make my life a lot easier if everybody turns it in the same format. And there's also some links here if you need help with converting it to a PDF file. And if you wanted to use your phone or something like that, that's okay to take pictures of it and submit it that way. You just make sure you have an app that can properly put all those photos together as a single file. So once again, just read through this if you want to take advantage of that. From my experience, typically if you show your work, typically students get somewhere back between 5, 10, sometimes even more, 15 points back on an exam because of partial credit. So just keep that in mind. All right, back to our syllabus. Here we go. All right, so the final exam, a cumulative final exam will be given at the end of the semester. Students will be given 3 hours for that one. Once again, that should be more than enough time. The rules for the regular exams also apply for the final exam. So you will be allowed to use a cheat sheet, 1 page, front and back, whatever notes and examples you want to put on there. Same thing if you want to submit your work for partial credit and so on. So here, this is going to give you a little bit better idea of what the exam expectations are for you. So camera placement during your exams. Here are some acceptable examples here. So the main thing is I want to see the workspace. I want to be able to see your hands, see that kind of stuff here. All these are good examples. And so I know some of you might be thinking, well, I'm using a laptop, okay, and I understand that. Here's some examples with the built-in laptop. You're just going to have to push it a little further away from you and probably reach over and type when it's time to put your answer in. But the main thing is I need to see your workspace or else there's going to be an issue, okay? So you might want to read through this in a little bit more detail. Here are some unacceptable. So see, I can't see your hands. I can't see your workspace. I want to make sure I can see that. So here are just some tips. So computer and internet, first and foremost, make sure you have reliable internet resource. Second, make sure your computer is fully charged or plugged in. Okay. Third, exams must be taken on a PC or Mac, not a Chromebook or an iPad. So it's okay for a PC or Mac, but no Chromebooks, no iPads, any tablets like that. So the Respondus Lockdown browser right here, you want to make sure you download that and make sure you download the one from D2L because there's different forms of it depending on what platform you're using. So you want to make sure you download the one for D2L. Okay, so allowable items in your workspace. So a calculator, writing utensil, blank paper, no spiral or folders. Okay, and then 1 page cheat sheet. This is just our academic integrity. So just make sure you read through this and you're following this, okay? If you are, if there are any issues, then you will be required to come on campus to take your remainder exam. So just keep that in mind. So a couple other things, make sure you pick a good location, somewhere quiet. Don't wear headphones, iPods, or any type of earphones. Do not wear a hat or hoodie or sunglasses. Okay. The thing is, I don't want you to be nervous, but at the same time, we want to be accountable. So just make sure you pick somewhere where you can have a nice clean surface, and just make sure you follow those protocols and you'll be fine. Okay, let's see. So reasons you could be dropped. So if you were to score 0 on 2 or more exams, so if you miss 2 or more exams at that point, it's pretty much going to be impossible to pass the course. Also, if you're not following an exam protocol, that could also get you dropped. Participation, you must complete at least one homework assignment each week. Okay, now hopefully you're going to complete more than that, but I need you at least checking in every week doing something. My Open Math, students who do not have access to it within the first 2 weeks. Well, hopefully you have it before then. So we have a thing called ODR. It's official day of roll. And so if a student does not complete an assignment within the first week of class, they are considered a no-show, and I am forced to drop you. So just keep that in mind. You have to complete something within that first week. So if you were to decide to withdraw from the course, the last day to do so would be April 10th. Then here, this is just some general um, information that you'll see on every syllabus at Lone Star. And so the main thing I would point out is the ADA. If you have any accommodations, just please make me aware of those so that I can honor those. And then we do have a tutoring center. We call it the MAC, the Mathematics Achievement Center. And so they're open Monday through Thursday from 9 to 6, on Fridays online from 1 to 4, and Saturdays from 11 to 2. And so sometimes those hours change a little bit. So you might want to go to the website and check that out, because I believe they might have even more hours for online tutoring. I think they might have online tutoring daily. So that might be something you want to look into. Let's look at our calendar for a moment. So here is our calendar. And so right here, January 29th, that's our first day of class. So read over the syllabus, the welcome video, that's what you're doing right now. The orientation quiz, it's about, I think, 15 questions, give or take. It's not too long. It shouldn't take you too long. The main thing about that is making sure you understand the syllabus and the calendar, and then also getting the Respondus monitor set up to where you know what to expect on your first exam. After you complete all that, you also need to start and complete 1.1 factoring review. Now, this calendar is kind of a suggested pace. Now, what's not suggested what is in red. That's going to tell you right here the homework for the week is due Sunday at midnight, basically. Sunday at 11:59. So February 4th right here, you can't see it. It's not listed on the calendar. But anything for this week is going to be due on that Sunday. So you don't necessarily have to complete everything in this, like on this pace. You don't have to do 1.2 on Tuesday and 1.3 on Wednesday. If you have to wait till the weekend, you know, that's up to you. You got to fit it in where you can. But this is the due dates here, right here. And so for the most part, every week, whatever's listed on the calendar will be due on Sunday. There's a couple instances where it might not be that. And so if you look down here for right here on February 15th, right here, it says homework for the week is due Monday, not Sunday, but Monday at midnight. So all these assignments are going to be due on Monday at midnight because that's when the exam is due by. Now, if you look here, the exam, you don't have to do it on Monday. I would suggest you try to take it before then, but it's going to be available starting on the 14th right here, February 14th, and then you have the 14th, the 15th, the 16th, the 17th, the 18th, the 19th. So you have plenty of time to take that exam, and like I said, it's probably best not to wait till the last moment because things do happen. And then as you continue on, you can see, okay, for right here, then you're supposed to complete 2.1 and 2.2. That homework will be due by that Sunday right here, the 25th, and so on. And I believe I have one other week where it's a little different. If you look right here on April 11th, it says all the homework for this week, so 3.5, 3.6, and the exam review are due by Tuesday, April 16th. Okay, So other than that, all the other due dates for the work that's completed that week should be Sunday at midnight. So we have three exams, three regular exams, and then we do have a unit 4, and we have a little something else we have to cover. And so then we have our final exam the week of May 6th through the 9th. And so you can take it any of those 4 days right there, the final exam. Okay, so that's the calendar, and like I said, you'll want to have that when you're taking the orientation quiz, because there are some questions about due dates and stuff like that on there, just to make sure you understand how to read the calendar. And then also you'll want to have the syllabus in front of you. Okay, the last thing I think we need to look at is the My Open Math, the homework platform. So you can get to this from the syllabus or from this link right here. And so you want to click on My Open Math. So I'll click that. And it takes me here. Now I've already got an account and I'm going to log in just a second. But if this is new to you, you'll do register as a student. Now you need to come up with a username. It might be best just to use your email or something that you use for something else, just so you don't forget. And then you need to pick a password and then enter your information here. And then for your email, you can put your school email, but you don't have to. You can put something else if you want, if you'd like. And then down here, the course ID and enrollment key, that's what you need to put from, it's listed in D2L, and then it's also listed on the syllabus. Let me pull that up. So you'll just type that in right there, 216903, and then put the enrollment key 1314, and then you should be good to go. Now, I already have an account, so I'm going to go back and log in and kind of show you around a little bit. So we're right here. We're the 1314 Spring 2024 online, so I'm going to click on that. And so here's my information also. It's on the syllabus, but it's also here within this platform. And I'll go ahead and click on student so you can see what it looks like as a student. It looks pretty much the same. And so down here, you have a calendar, and the homework assignments, whatever day that's on, that's when they're due. And so you can see that 1.1, 1.2, and 1.3 are all due right there Sunday, February 4th. And so here are your homework assignments for Unit 1. Okay. And so you want to come here, and that's where I'm going to have videos that I've made, and I have notes right here. So you can click on the video, and then if you want to print out the notes so you can follow along, that's up to you, but I have them there for you. And so some of the lessons are a little bit longer, so I'll break them into part 1 and part 2 if the videos are a little long. And so you just come here and let's see, let's go ahead and click on one. It should open up a new window for you. And here we go. Okay, we are on to 1.3, solving quadratics by the square root property. So I have my videos here, so you want to watch the videos and then come back and then work on your homework. Now, late passes are allowed, but once again, you only have 6 of them, so you don't want to burn them up too quick. But let me go ahead and click on the assignment so you can see what it looks like. So you click in here, and once again, it has my videos and notes if you want to do that. And I'm going to hit start. And it's right here. It says solve for x using the square root property. Okay, I guess that answers 3. And that's actually going to be incorrect, but I just want to show you something. So submit. Oh, it says I'm partially correct. So I got part of it correct. So what I'm missing is also -3 will work. So I get a second chance. So I'll go ahead and submit that. And then, oh, I'm good. So now what I can do is if I want to get some extra practice, I can say get a similar question, or I can just move on to the next one. So if I want to, I can get another one and try it. But let's go ahead and move on to another one. I want to show you some of these, not all of these, but some of these have videos. So if you look right here, not all the questions, but I tried to pick out the ones that do have videos. So these are videos that were made by the person that created these questions. So this homework platform, it's free because what it is it's kind of like a file sharing type network where instructors go on here and they make their questions and they share them with other instructors. And so that's kind of how this works. And so not all of them have videos, but a lot of them do. And then when you're done, you just click here, save progress, and there we go. And so then I can go ahead and exit. And then if I want to work on something else, I can do that. But that's pretty much it. Um, so I'm still making videos because I recently moved to this platform. And so in doing so, I had to make some new videos because the questions, some of them were a little different. I just want to make sure my videos match up with what you can expect on the homework. So right now I have videos all the way up to 1.5. And so I'm working on more videos for 1.6, 1.7, and 1.8, and those should be posted very soon. And so let me just go back to the calendar real quick so we can make sure we know what's expected this first week. So 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, get that all done by Sunday. Now, if you want to get ahead, you can. If you know that you're going to be busy coming up, go ahead. You can, I post the homework for the whole unit all at once. And so you can actually move faster if you want. But like I said, the main thing is to follow these dates that are listed in red here. So the homework for the week is typically going to be due that Sunday at midnight. Okay, I'm trying to think if I forgot anything. I think that's pretty much it. When you take the exams in D2L, what will happen is when you click on that link I showed you, it will actually reroute you to my Open Math, to the login window. And when you log in, it will take you directly to the exam. And that's the only place you can go. If you try to go anywhere else, it won't let you because of the lockdown browser. So anyways, I'm looking forward to a great semester. And so the main thing I would say is that if you start to struggle at any point, the main thing is to reach out and ask for help. It's okay if you struggle, but it's not okay if you don't ask for help. So you want to make sure you do that as soon as possible because typically in math it will snowball. If you're struggling with 1.1, well, you're going to struggle with 1.2 and 1.3 and so on. So if you hit a snag and you need some help, just email me. I'll be more than happy to set up an appointment with you. Or, like I said, typically what students prefer is I just make them a personal video going over whatever the topic is that they're struggling with. And so that's what I'm here for. And like I said, I look forward to working with you all.